Hello guys, and welcome to Hackware 360. Today in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to move around your terminal on your Linux machine. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first command I want to show you guys is the ls. ls stands for list, and what list does, it just lists everything that's in that directory. The next command is pwd, and pwd stands for present working directory. So in this case we are in our Animus directory here. That would be your home directory. Okay. Next command is clear, and this just clears the screen. It doesn't do anything else but clear the screen for better viewing. Next is cd. What does cd stand for? Cd stands for change directory. Now this is how you're gonna move to another directory, by typing cd, and in this case we're gonna use documents for the example, and type in ls. There's nothing in documents, but if we type in pwd, it tells you that we are in our documents directory here. Now we're gonna create a directory here. Type in mkdir, and in this case we're gonna name our directory called docs. Type in ls, and as you can see we have a directory inside another directory, and that is a subdirectory. So we are in our documents, so docs becomes a subdirectory. And you can have as many directories you want in a subdirectory, whatever. So if we created another directory in docs, that would become a subdirectory. So you got subdirectory and a subdirectory. Okay, so we're going to cd into docs here, and I'm going to create a file, two files actually. There's two ways to create a file. One, you can use an editor, which is Nano, VI, Vim, or Emacs, and there's other editors there, but those four are the most popular ones around the terminal environment. Okay, and then there's touch, which you can use touch command to create a file as well. So the first one I'm going to use is Nano, and we're going to call this file1, and I'm going to do Shift Control V to actually just copy and paste this. I did this before I started this tutorial so I could give you guys an example. And to save this file here, you want to go down here to the bottom left, and you see the little arrow pointing up north. That actually represents control. So you're going to hold down control and X, and now you have this thing, save modified buffer, yes or no. And in this case we're going to type in Y for yes. And you want to change the file name? No, we want to keep the file name as file1, but you can change the file if you want, but in this case we're not, so we'll just hit enter. And now we type in ls. As you can see, we have a file called file1. Now we're going to use the touch command, and we're going to call this one file2. Clear the screen, type in ls, and as you can see we have two files called file1 and file2. Okay. Now another two commands I want to show you guys is less and more. Now the first one I want to show you guys is less. So if we type in, well, first let me do something here. Let me go to Nano and file1, because I want to do something here real quick to show you guys more of an example. And I'm just going to copy and paste this all over again so I could show you guys what's the difference from less and more. So Control X, Y, and enter. Okay, clear the screen. So we're going to use the less command first. So we type in LESS and then file1. Now what this is going to do when I press enter is that it's going to view, but you can't edit the file. It's just going to show you, like if you opened up a document or something, and let's say you have a test and you want to study before class. So you're in class, you're waiting for the teacher to come in, and you want to open up your notes. We could type in ls file1, hit enter, and say these are your notes and you want to study before the teacher comes in, right? So as you can see, there's more to this, right? There's more wording on this file1. So you could just hit spacebar or enter, or you can use the arrow keys to go up and down. So less is a better program, or command, than more is. So we can hit Q to exit out of here, and if we want we can use more, but more is just going to show you, and you can still use I think, yeah, there you go. spacebar, and then that's it. You can't queue it out or anything like that. So I suggest to use less. It's better than more. So we're gonna clear the screen here. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete a file here. And I want to delete file 2. So how do you delete that? You're gonna type in rm file file 2, right? RM stands for remove, and hit enter. Type in ls, and now we have only one file called file 1. Now we want to go back to a previous directory, or one directory behind us, which is documents here, right? Say we want to go back one directory. We type in cd space dot dot, and this will bring us to our documents. As you can see, we were in our docs, now we're back into our documents here. Now, how do we remove a document? Or a directory, I'm sorry. How do we remove a directory? So we want to remove docs. Well, we could type rmdir, right? Remove directory. And in this case, we want to remove docs. But we get an error. It says fail to remove docs, and it's telling us why, because it's not empty. So our document, our directory is actually have something in it, so we can't delete that. There's a special way of doing that. Now, if this directory was empty, this is the way you would delete that directory if it was only empty. Remember that. We could type in rm space tech r. Now, this is how you would remove a directory if it has something in it. It doesn't matter what's in it. It could be a zip file, it could be a file, or just subdirectories. And it doesn't matter how many files or how many subdirectories or whatever's in it, it will delete it. So we'll hit return or enter. And as you can see, docs is gone. So keep this in mind, that when you delete something, it's gone forever. There is no trash can in the terminal. There's nothing. So it's gone for good. So be careful what you delete, and reread or reproof what your commands are doing, that you type in before you do, and press enter. Okay. So let's go to our Etsy directory here, and I'm going to show you guys something here. We're going to go into a directory real quick. We're going to type in cd udev, okay, and then cd rules.d. Clear the screen, pwd. So now we're pretty far from our home directory called Animus, right? So we're probably like maybe 1, 2, 3, or 4 into our directory. Now let's say we want to go back one, right? I already showed you going cd dot space dot dot, right? That would take us back to udev, and then if we did again, it'll take us back to our Etsy directory, and then so on. But say you want to just go back to your home directory, we could just type in cd, and we are back where we started. So it's a faster way of just getting back there. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs it up. If not, thumbs down. Please comment below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.